Hello and welcome back, everybody, to a new live stream. So it is Monday, the 17th of June, and of course, we are going to take a look at the Bitcoin technical analysis. So we are going to go through the charts. We're going to take a look at some potential trades that I'm looking for in the future. And anything else, of course, that you want to talk about as well. So if that sounds interesting, please smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, turn the bell notification on so you never miss another upload. And make sure that you put any questions into the chat that you are happy, sorry, that you want me to answer, and I will be sure to answer those for you. But enough of that. Let's jump into the charts. Let's see what is going on, and let's see, what's like I said, what's really going on in the markets at this moment in time. So let's just make sure everything is up to date, right? Okay, perfect. So let's jump into it then. So what I've done now, okay, what I've done now is I've actually updated this range, this bigger range that I've been trading on the 8 hour. Okay, so previously I did have it drawn like this, okay, where I of course took the long trade from the range low all the way back here on the 2nd of May. Of course, that has been a really profitable trade. And of course, now I have updated it because looking at this, right, I was looking at this mid-range here. We've used it as really nice support. And we also had the confluence with the VWAP here. We have now lost that level, right? But what I did, okay, is I actually pulled this to the new range low, right? Because of course that was a previous range low that we formed the failed auction of, and we now have a new range low. Okay, so what I've done is I've pulled that to the new range low. And as we can see, we are actually using this new mid-range as perfect support at this moment in time. Okay, so we are using this mid-range as perfect support. For me, right, if I was in a short trade from up here, this would be a perfect TP, right? I didn't actually take the short trade up here because the move happened too quick for me to enter into. But initially, there was a short trade up here. Okay, and initially, this would be a really nice TP for that trade, okay? So, zooming in, right? Zooming in and seeing what's actually going on. For this, let's go over to Exo charts and actually see, right? So there was actually there was bullish CVD coming in, right? So there was bullish CVD coming in. For me, there wasn't enough confluence for a long trade here, right? I longed, I did take a long today, right? If we take a look at the Discord, I did take a long today at 10 to 12. As you can see here. And I did actually get stopped out of that trade. Now, I took the more conservative stop loss. If I had taken the bigger stop loss, right? So let's take a look at that. So if I had, where was the, okay, so the long was from there, right? Okay, so I took the long, right, off of this failed auction of the weekend lows because what I understood, right, is I understood that 12 million new short trades were coming in here, right? 12 million new short trades were coming in here. Then I understood as we form the failed auction, a lot of these short trades, okay, are underwater. And this is a thesis that I look at in a lot of trades that I take, right? A lot of trades that I take. Remember, not last week, not the week before, but the week before that, um, there was just this perfect range that we were trading, right? There was just this absolutely perfect range that we were trading. And I might actually be able to find it, right? So it was what price action was it? Was it this one here? Okay, yeah, it was this one here, right? So what we had, okay, was 21 million new long trades came in up here. 21 million new long trades. And on the 1 hour, okay, it actually showed us there was like 26 million or 27 million new long trades coming in within this candle right here. What price then did is actually formed a failed auction of the range high that we were looking at. Okay, so we formed the failed auction of the range high right here. And we understood, okay, that 26 or 27 million new long trades were underwater. As those long trades are underwater, we understand that these are retail traders, okay? These are emotional traders. These are traders who are longing a breakout, right? We formed the failed auction. These new long trades are now underwater. They're emotional because they think, oh, I've longed the top. Okay, and what they tend to do is they tend to cover, meaning that they have to sell back into the market, okay, by getting out of those long trades, which ultimately adds fuel to the fire and pushes that price lower. And that's exactly what happened here, right? And we had a really nice short trade from up here off of the failed auction, took that all the way down to range low, where we then had the exact same setup, right? We had the exact same setup. What did we have? We had 18, right? And then it was a little bit more, right? But there was let's call it 20 million, right? There was 20 million new short trades coming in down here. What happens, right? Price forms. Was it a swing failure or a failed auction, right? It was a failed auction, okay? We formed the failed auction again, okay? And what happened? Those 12 million short trades had to cover. 20 million short trades had to cover, meaning that they have to buy back into the market, pushing the price higher because, of course, it adds fuel to the fire. And as you can see, we've got this really nice rise towards the upside. So this is kind of what I was looking at here. This is kind of what I was expecting, right? I was looking for the weekend lows to be taken out. I didn't really need this low to be taken out. And, you can see here that the low actually didn't get taken out in the end. It did front run it by, a few dollars. But initially, I was fuming, right? 12 million short trades opening up on the breakdown. Okay, on the breakdown. Then we formed this failed auction of the weekend lows. So my thesis here, right, is that, okay, a lot of these short trades, because we can understand, right, POC is at the bottom of the candle, right? So we know that the majority of the trades actually came in towards the bottom of the candle, right? So my thesis is, right, okay, a lot of these trades are underwater at this moment in time. So they're most likely emotional. They're most likely shorting a breakdown, okay? So what they're going to have to do is they're probably going to have to cover, meaning they have to buy back into the market, pushing the price higher, right? That was what I was kind of counting on, okay? However, price actually had one more pullback, okay? We had one more pullback, and I was thinking, okay, at this time that, okay, maybe we'll come down to $65,000 because I don't even think we did it here. It says we came. I don't think we did it. Yeah, on Exo charts, because of the tick size, right? If I up the tick size, let's up the tick size. Let's just go for let's just whack it to 100, right? Okay, well, that's not right, is it? Right. Okay, well, Excel chart isn't giving. Yeah, right. Let's look at it on TradingView. So we can see, right? We front run that 65,000 psychological level by $20 there, right? By $20. Oh, God. Then, right, we front run it again by $35. Okay, $35 and 50 cents. Okay, that's how much we front run it by again. And then we actually front run the previous low here. Okay, and my thesis that was that okay, right, if we're gonna have one last sweep of the lows, let's take this out and then get the rise. Okay, but we front run that level there. Right, we front run that level so we don't get the trade set up there, which is frustrating. Okay, because I was interested in taking a long from here. I was interested in it. But of course, it can't go your way every single time, right? We understand. Well, sorry, I understand my probabilities, right? And I trade my probabilities, I trade my statistics, okay? And I understand over, this is over a month, okay? Statistically, right, I win more trades than I lose trades, okay? And also factoring risk management as well into it, okay? You can see that the losses are significantly lower than the wins that I take as well. Okay, so that's of course implementing proper risk management. So yes, I took a loss today, right? But I'm not too worried about it because I understand that I am most likely going to have more profitable trades in the future. Okay, so yeah, not too worried about it whatsoever. I would have liked to have taken a long from down here, but we did front run that level that I was interested in taking a long from, so I never actually ended up taking the long there. But yeah, I guess now we just have to kind of like remain patient and wait for that next level, right? We have to remain patient and wait for that next level. What we can now see, right, is that um, yeah, okay, so we're getting right. So of course we had 6.4 million longs coming in here. Right, we had 5.4 million longs coming in here. So this is, of course, pushing the price higher. Now what we're starting to see, right, is 6.9 million positive delta, 5.7 million positive delta, but open interest is decreasing. So now, okay, is what I wanted to see back here. Now we're seeing these 12 million short trades covering, buying back into the market. We know that, okay, and we know that these are covering because open interest is decreasing, right? So, there's money like flowing out of the market, right? So we know that these trades, okay, or what's pushing the price higher, sorry, what's pushing the price higher is that these shorts are now covering, right? They're buying back into the market. Ultimately, it's not a strong rise towards the upside, okay? This isn't a good rise if shorts are covering. And what we can actually expect is, of course, price to pull back, give this rise back because it is a little bit of a weak rise. Okay, as you can see here, now we're at 8.9 million positive delta. So even more short trades are covering. Which is ultimately just going to push that price higher. And you can see now we are starting to see that push higher. There we go, 10 million, 11 million. Okay, so we are getting that nice rise higher. Now, of course, I took that long trade, right? I took that long trade from about this level here. Okay, my stop loss was below the low. But what I was telling the team in the Visionary Discord this morning is that I could have had a more aggressive stop loss below this low here, right? I could have. But I took the more conservative stop loss because I understand that this would have been my TP1 right here. And it wouldn't have been, it would have been a good risk to reward ratio, but not the best. So if I had the more aggressive stop loss, I would still be in the trade, and I would be in some nice profits as of right now. But yeah, no worries. Okay, not too bothered by that. I will look for the next trade, and I understand. Again, I like to show this. This is just my statistics over the past month. Okay, I know that I'm going to get those winning trades. Okay, I just need to make sure that I'm looking for those highest probability trade setups. Okay, now talking about just got an alert going off. So talking, let's just have a quick look here. Am I interested in trading a range here? Not so. Not really. No, not really, to be honest. I just don't like this price action anymore. It's not nice price action to be trading. Um, so this is why I've kind of zoomed out back to the 8 hour. Okay. Um, but the 8 hour just isn't really giving us much at all. Okay. Of course, I'm still aware of this bearish market structure that we're in, right? This bearish Elliott wave count. Okay. And, it is kind of signaling a move below $56,000. Okay, and we know how powerful Elliott wave is, right? We know how powerful it is. Okay, we use it. We've been using it recently all of the time. Okay, we've been using it a lot recently, as I should say. Okay, we were looking at this bullish count. Okay, which did play out ever so slightly. Okay, because we did get an ever so a slight move above wave 3, okay, the end of wave 3. And then what have we seen, okay, ever since that, right? We've seen an ABC correction, okay? We have seen an ABC correction, right? So we know how many times these Elliott wave counts play out, okay? So I do still think, right, this is on the tables, right? This is a possibility. I do still think coming down below $56,000 is a possibility, unless we get above this wave 2 here at $72,820 approximately. If we get above that, right, then that's going to invalidate that for me. Okay, and then I can happily say, right, I'm not looking at this anymore. I'm not looking for a move down to 56,000. 56, yeah, below $56,000 really. Okay, but it's not to say like if we come down to $56,000 that I am incredibly bearish and that this is the start of the bear market. No, I'm not saying that I'm a trader. Okay, and I have expressed so many times that I am looking for a long trade down here. If we come down here, I will happily look for a long trade to target all-time high. Okay, that is what I will be looking for because we understand, right, after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave count, whether that bearish or bullish, the expectation is that we kind of get a 1, 2, 3, an ABC correction, right? That's kind of what the expectation is after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish count or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearish count. Okay, so I would be looking at a potential failed auction, exactly like we traded this failed auction here, right? Remember, let's see if we've still got it saved on here somewhere. Yeah, exactly here, right? Exactly like I took the long trade off of the failed auction here, right? I'd be looking for the exact same setup, right? I'd be looking for the exact same setup down here. I'll be looking for lots of shorts opening up here, right? I can't exactly remember how many shorts we had opening up here. We've got 20 million new long trades coming in now. That's bullish, right? That's quite bullish. 20 million new long trades coming in. I do wish that I took the more aggressive stop loss rather than the conservative stop loss. But it is what it is. So yeah, let's have a look here, right? Let's go to the 8 hour. Let's see how many. So that was the failed auction right there. Okay, so what did we have on the failed auction? So on the failed auction, we had 55 million shorts opening up here, and then 48 million shorts opening up here. This was a lot of shorts taking profit, right? Okay, but initially, right, we had 55 million new short trades coming up there. We had 48 million we had over 100 million short trades coming in right here. We had over 100 million short trades coming in here. As we formed that failed auction, right, that's when I entered into the long trade, right, because I understood that the majority of these, all of these short trades are going to eventually have to cover if price is going to continue to rise. So, I took advantage of that. I entered into the long trade and we got that nice rise towards the upside. So that is kind of exactly what I would like to see, right? If we were to come down and complete wave 5, right? I would like to see what we saw back here, 100 million short trades opening up, okay? Because if 100 million short trades were opening up down here, then we form the failed auction, okay? Then what I'm looking at is shorts to cover, meaning they have to buy back into the market, okay? And that pushes price higher. And then that's when we can look at, of course, the ABC correction. Okay, we have the ABC correction, which what I like to do, okay, is actually turn that ABC correction possibly into a new bullish wave. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish count. Okay, which could take us back up to 70k. So that's kind of what I would be looking at, right? Damien, good to see you here. Good to see new faces here. Short squeeze. Exactly. That's what it's going to be. A short squeeze up, right? Exactly. Shorts have to cover. Okay. They are being squeezed out of the market because they have to buy back into the market. That's, of course, what we're taking advantage of, right? What we have to understand, okay, and this is what I like to talk about a lot. We don't want to think like a retail trader. Of course, we are retail traders, but we don't want to think or trade like retail traders. We want to sometimes get in the mindset of a retail trader. Okay, and that's exactly what I do. I do right here. Let's just check here. Okay. This is exactly what I was doing when I entered into that long trade down at like 57,000. Okay. I was looking at this, okay, and I was understanding, okay, 100 million new short trades are opening up, right? What are 100 million new short trades opening up here for? Well, they're looking at this and thinking, oh, we're breaking towards the downside, okay? Or, you just sort of have to think about what they are thinking, right, as retail traders, right? Why are they excessively shorting here? Well, a lot of the time, right, it's because they're getting a breakout of a level, okay? Or it's because they're just giving into FOMO, right? And I understand, okay, if we're getting 100 million new short trades coming in here into a nice support level where we can form, a failed auction or a swing failure pattern, okay, then I understand that we're going to see price rise, and these shorts are going to have to cover, of course, squeezing all of those shorts out of the market. Yes, I still think, right, that this bearish Elliott wave count is possible, and we could come below $56,000. It's not, of course, definite. Like it's not set in stone that price is going to come down there. Of course, I'm just drawing out scenarios for myself to trade, right? I'm just literally drawing out scenarios to trade, okay? And, if that is a possibility, right, that we do come down to this level here, then I'm looking for that wave 5 to be completed, right? And after that wave 5 gets completed, wherever it ends, I will be looking for an ABC correction. And that ABC correction could come off of the back of a failed auction or a swing failure pattern. So I would be looking for excessive shorts down here. And to be honest with you, I would expect a lot of short trades opening up here. That's just what I would expect, to be honest with you. And, like coming back here as well, the short trade that I took from here, okay? So why did I take the short trade from here? Because we had a weekly naked point of control, okay? And we formed a swing failure pattern of the high in confluence with the weekly naked point of control. I can't show you on Exo charts because, it doesn't go back that far. But from what I can remember, I think it was like around 80 million new long trades opening up here, okay? 80 million new long trades opened up here, okay? Because we were getting a breakout of 71, or let's call it like $72,000, right? We were getting a breakout of $72,000. So we saw like 80, I think it was 79, but yeah, let's call it 80, right? We got 80 million new long trades opening up here, Okay. And all of those, those 80 million new long trades that were opening up, what were they anticipating? Okay, they were anticipating all-time high. We were very close to all-time high. Okay, and like thinking about it logically, right? They're not wrong. Okay, we're very close to all-time high. Okay, the expectation is that we do come to all-time high. But what I understood here is that we formed a swing failure pattern of the naked point of control of the high that we had here. Okay, and we had 80 million new long trades coming in here and then we form the swing failure pattern. Now I understand that a lot of these trades are underwater, they're emotional, they're going to have to cover, right? Meaning that they have to sell back into the market. And that's how we took advantage of that big move towards the downside, right? Took advantage of that big move towards the downside, right? So that is kind of what I'm counting on at the new range low, right? That is kind of what I'm counting on at the new range low. And the same thing applies to the range high. Okay, so if we come back up to all-time high, right? If I see excessive longs opening up, okay, and we actually also have what do we also have? Yeah, we've also got a daily naked point of control at 73,475. Okay, so again, there's confluence up there, right? So if we come up, failed auction, swing failure pattern, all-time high, and the naked point of control, we get excessive long trades opening up here, right? Then I am most likely going to take a short trade off of this, okay? Because these long trades that are longing at the high are going to have to sell back into the market. They're going to have to cover, right? Pushing that price lower. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. So these for me, right? Let's just get rid of all of this noise for now. So these for me are the two highest probability trade setups. Okay, I know that we are quite a way away from from these levels. Okay, but I like to look at my trades in a statistical manner. Okay, and I understand, right? Statistically, these trades, okay, are the two highest probability trade setups that I see. Okay, of course, I've been taking a lot of trades, right? I've been taking a lot of trades internally as well. Okay, internally within these ranges. Okay, because I've been zooming in, I've been looking at the lower time frames. I can see some comments coming in. I will look at them in 2 secs. But yeah, I've been taking a lot of trades internally within this range. Okay, but I understand that my highest probability trades, okay, and the trades that I want to enter into with my regular capital are, okay, the short trade possibly from up here and the long trade possibly from up there. Okay, recently I've been entering into trades with lower capital than usual because I understand that I've been internally trading within a range. Okay, so that's what I just tend to do. I tend to enter with smaller capital. Okay. So yeah, we've made some amazing trades internally within this range. Okay, and of course, I did take a loss today, which was a $400 loss. Okay, so that was off of the long here. I thinking about it now, I kind of should have put the more aggressive stop loss, and this trade actually would have been a profitable trade. But I stuck with a more conservative stop loss because if you watch this channel regularly, then you will know that I like to have tight stop losses. And that's how let's take a look at the trades that I've taken recently. That's how you can see, right? The losses that I do take are pretty minimal, sorry. Okay, you have 268 there, you have $500 there, you have $320 there. My biggest loss was $760 here, but then compare that to the wins, like $950 there, $1,000 there, $888 there, $4,000 there, $4,000 there, $4,000, $5,000 there. Well, $5,600 there. Okay, so you can see, like, I like to have good risk management, and for me, just having a tight stop loss, I always just feel a lot more comfortable entering into trades with a tighter stop loss. But yeah, like I said, if I had taken the more aggressive approach, okay, and where was the long? The long was from. Ooh, the long was from here, right? Okay, I would still be in this trade and I would be taking a TP1 now, right? Because I would have had the more, because I was saying to the team this morning in the daily market update, right? You can have two stop losses, the conservative one here or the aggressive one here, okay? I decided to take the conservative one But yeah, sorry, the conservative one. But yeah, looking at it now, I could have taken the aggressive one, but I didn't. So yeah, we are getting a nice bounce towards the upside. But I'll quickly check the comments. Shorts are getting squeezed right now. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, so here you can see that shorts are being squeezed, right? In this candle here, you can see shorts are being squeezed. Let's go to like a 15-minute, maybe. No, 30 minutes probably better, right? So yeah, shorts were being squeezed here. Okay, shorts are being squeezed out here. Okay, but here you can see because open interest is increasing, right? Then I know that, okay, 6.4 million new long trades are opening up here. 5.4 million new long trades are opening up back here, right? Right now, 20 million new long trades are opening up. Why? Because open interest is increasing. Okay, so yeah, I know right now that yes, we've had these trades being squeezed, okay, and we're probably going to, they're probably still covering now, okay, but we're getting a lot of long trades coming in, and that's kind of like overpowering it. So you can't really see those shorts being squeezed now because we're actually getting long trades coming into the market. Breakout traders always get wrecked, especially in crypto. They are obsessed with it. Exactly. And I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, 3 years ago, I was that exact trader. I was a breakout trader. I was looking at triangle patterns. I was looking at head and shoulders patterns, and I was trading the breakout. And yeah, stupidly trading the breakout. And I lost a lot of money doing so. Okay, but when I started to flip my mindset and really understand how markets actually work, by looking at footprint software like ExoCharts, that's when I really started to gain an understanding of the markets. Okay, and that's when I significantly increased my win rate. Okay, do you see a big inverted head and shoulder pattern breakout traders? Do you see a big invert head shoulder pattern breakout traders will love that? Love that 74k longs from March to June. Huge SFP if 80k happens. Yeah, let's have a look at that. So from March to June. So yeah, you could literally take this as, yeah, I haven't used this tool in a very long time. I probably won't even be able to find it, but there is a head and shoulders pattern. I swear there was. It's like a head and shoulders pattern tool. I don't know. I don't need it, right? So you can see sort of, yeah, here. I'll agree with you on that. Okay, we can observe, right, some sort of head and shoulders pattern is forming here, right? And yeah, we'll probably see, right? Let's actually have a look at it on the daily. That might be a little bit better. Yeah, you can see it a little bit more clearly on the daily, even on the 12-hour as well. So yeah, exactly what you said here, Damien, exactly what you said here. Huge SFP if 80k happens, right? Well, I mean, if 80k, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you could get, yeah. To be honest with you, if we were to come up to 80k, I'd say 80k would be more of a breakout, to be honest with you. You could form a swing value pattern or a failed auction, but that would have to be a very big wick. Yeah, it's not impossible. I just understand that as this market is maturing, we don't tend to see the big wicks like we used to like 3 years ago. So yeah, it's more, if we were to see 80k and we did, form it would be more of like a failed auction, really. But to be honest, if we did see excessive longs open, I wouldn't expect price to come up to 80k. I wouldn't expect it to come up that high, really. Maybe to 77. not quite 80k. I just feel as though that's a little bit too high. But also, I think it's like such a psychological level as well that what we could see is exactly what we saw back here, where we had excessive longs coming in, right? All these long trades were expecting all-time high, but then we front run all-time high, and then we got the big correction, right? That's kind of how I would see it, right? But yeah, you're right in this head and shoulders pattern here. We know that retail traders are probably looking at this as a head and shoulders pattern, right? They get the break towards the upside. What they're going to do? Well, they're going to enter into long trades here. Okay, there's going to be I can assure you now, right? There is going to be excessive longing into all-time high. Okay, it's just whether we get the continuation, or do we just see like a plateau of long trades where we then failed auction or swing failure pattern, okay, trapping all of those long trades up there, meaning that they have to cover by selling back into the market, pushing that price lower, right? So that's kind of what I would be looking at. If we came up here, loads of long trades opened up, okay, and we got the follow through, i.e., okay, longs continue to open, okay, then we can see price continue higher. Okay, then I'll be happy to say, okay, this is a nice breakout. We're going to see price continue higher. If that happens, right, again, I'll be happy to say that. But like I said, if we form a failed auction, if we form the swing failure pattern, whatever it may be, okay, that's when I, take a look at I would already be looking at the order flow, but I would like to see, how many longs are actually opening up here. If there's only like 10 million longs opening up at all-time high, then I'm not really interested in a short trade. I would wait for a little bit more confirmation. I wouldn't expect that, to be honest. I would expect like 100 million long trades, maybe a little bit less, right? Maybe, something above like 80 million, right? I would expect like over 80 million long trades to open up at all-time high, just because we know how retail traders work, right? Just because of that. Exactly like here, right? We understood that retail traders saw a breakout here. There was even a triangle. So I remember actually when we were trading back here, okay, we were looking at this triangle pattern actually, okay, and I understood, right, okay, retail traders are actually looking at this triangle pattern, the breakout, okay, and I shorted the breakout, whereas retail traders long the breakout. I remember that now. We were looking at the triangle pattern. Okay, so that's just what I'm going to be looking for there. Locally, okay, if we're going to be talking a little bit more locally, right, I'm not really interested in any trades at this moment in time. Just for now anyway. Things may change as the week goes on. I may get a trade set up, right? Of course, I kind of wish I took the more aggressive stop loss on here and I would still be in this long trade now. But for me, this price action just isn't the nicest price action to be trading, right? Remember, we took a really nice long trade from this VWAP here as well. Okay, we came up, we took a TP1 here, moved the stop loss to entry, made a really, it was a really nice trade from there. But then we had the FOMC and some other data releases, right? And then, we just got price pulling back. But we were looking at trading this range right here. Okay, this is kind of like the range that I was looking to trade. Maybe if we can get back into this range, right? And I was also looking at this as well. So we got POC. Let's just let it load right here. So we're actually now reclaiming, okay, value area low and POC. Okay, so the value area low of this range here and the POC of the entire 8-hour range that we are trading within. Okay, and this is like a sign of strength, right? And we can actually look for higher prices here, to be honest with you, if of course we reclaim the level. Okay, because of course we can drop back below the level and we can see further downside. But yeah, I was liking this morning for a long trade. I was liking this for a long trade this morning, which is why I took the long trade. But yeah, it's frustrating, right? It's frustrating that I did get stopped out of that. But yeah, we just look for that next best trade setup, right? We just look for that next best trade setup. Let's just refresh this, make sure it's all up to scratch. Yeah, so we had 20 million new long trades coming in there. We're now getting 5.4 million new long trades coming in here. Okay, so there is like follow through. Of course, we have to continue this, right? We want to see this continue. We want to see volume continue as well. But right now, okay, I'd say this rise is actually okay. It's not the best, right? But it's okay because we can see all right, 5.4 million long trades coming in here, 17 million volume, right? Then we got an increase with 6.4 million here. Volume increased as well with 29 million. Then we got 20 million here with 56 million volume, so 20 million positive delta. Okay, so if we can continue this increase, right, of positive delta and volume, right, then this is a nice sustainable push towards the upside. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that thumbs up on this video. And if you are new, of course, subscribe as well. I am live every single weekday, just literally running through, the markets, of course. And sometimes we are actually live trading as well. So this was a live trade that I took on the 28th of May. Okay, that was a profitable trade, right? I took that live. We then took this live as well. That was on the 29th of May. Okay, as you can see right here, this was the first long trade that I took. Well, not the first long trade that I took, but this was the long trade I took on the 28th of May. Okay, as you can see, what happened to that long trade? We came all the way up to range high. That's when we closed the trade, right? Then we took this long trade from here on the 29th of May. This was live on stream as well. Okay, what happened to that one? As you can see, we came up to the range high and we took a TP on that, as you can see there. Then what happened is I took a short trade. This wasn't live. This trade was given to the team on the Visionary Discord. Okay, I give all of the trades that I take to the team on the Visionary Discord. If you want access to this, it's the first link in the description. It'll take you over to this page here. We can gain access to that. Of course, all of the Visionary courses are there and the ExoChart templates. I do have the ExoChart courses coming out tomorrow. Okay, I have finished them all now, so I will have them out tomorrow. Sorry for the long wait on those, but I had an issue because I lost all of the audio on some of them, so I had to refilm the audio, which was quite frustrating. But in the end, okay, we got there and they will be out tomorrow. I'm just doing some final edits on them, and they will be good to go. But we also took another long trade here, okay, and that was, this was not last week, not the week before, but the week before that, okay. This is when we took 4 trades on that week. 4 trades were profitable, okay. We also took this long trade here, okay. This was on the 31st of May, okay. That was live on stream as well, and that was a profitable trade as well, okay. We did see that come all the way back up to range high. So 3 out of the 4 trades that I took this week were live on stream. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you do turn that bell notification on so you never ever miss any live streams, right? And this was another trade that we took here as well. Yeah, so this was another long trade that we took here as well. So that was the one that was in, that was $2,000 in a profit at that moment in time. But then, that did get stopped out at entry. And that just closed in $1,000 profit. So that was a nice trade. But I mean, what else? What else is there? So it's just kind of this mid-range, right? This mid-range is acting as really nice support at this moment in time. We've got 1 bounce, 2 bounce, boom, double bottom here. I would have looked for a long trade here, but we did front run the low, so I wouldn't have entered into a long trade at all. Of course, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I will be more than happy to answer them. Ethereum, let's take a quick look at Ethereum. So there was actually a long trade on Ethereum here. I didn't take it because Bitcoin wasn't looking too good. So I didn't take it, and it was on a Friday afternoon as well, so I wasn't really interested in it. Solana, okay, Solana was one that I was looking to take a long trade on, and I was looking at this triangle, right, and I'm thinking, okay, right, if we failed auction this, I'm interested in taking a long trade. So right now I haven't taken a long trade on Solana. But I'm considering taking a long trade on Solana. If we do see like a reclaim of this, then I'll look for a long trade, right? Pepe, what's Pepe doing? same thesis, right? I was looking for a long trade here, but it happened on Friday afternoon. So I just wasn't interested. Okay. Yes, it would have been a profitable trade. I would still be in that trade and it would still be profitable. But yeah, it's just like a Friday evening trade. I'm not too interested because I understand, right? Volatility drops off on the weekend. So yeah, I just didn't really see much point of entering into that trade. But the ES, gee, man, the ES, dude, it's just not stopping. And of course, this is good for Bitcoin, right? It's just not stopping. You know, it's just short traders wrecked. It just doesn't want to stop. And of course, that's good news for Bitcoin, right? That is good news for Bitcoin that the ES is just continuing to push higher. But man, like look at it. It's just going and going and going. Like it's just never gonna stop, is it? It's just going. Of course, this is great news for Bitcoin, like I said, right? It is good news for Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. Much else to be honest with you. So of course, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat. I'll give it a minute or two. Um, yeah, because I'm just like I just don't see any levels here that I'm really interested in taking a trade from. I just don't really see confluence. I just don't really like the confluence that I'm seeing. We've got a naked point of control in confluence with GP. What are we looking at this on the 4 hour? Yeah, I just don't think I'll get a short trade from there because I would like to see long absorption into the level. And if we're not getting long absorption into the level, then I don't see I don't ever trade a GP, okay, a golden pocket or a 786. I don't ever trade them without absorption because I don't believe that they are relevant without absorption. Because every retail trader and their dog can pull a fib, right? And we understand, right? Yes, sometimes there may not be absorption coming in, okay, and we could still reject from it, right? But we know that every retail trader and their dog, right, are pulling a fib, okay, and expecting a pullback every single time, right? We understand that, and that's not how we trade it, right? We trade it with confluence, we trade it with absorption. Mini wedge forming from the beginning of June. So I was like literally just thinking about this, right? Maybe retail traders are looking at this. I didn't consider it a wedge, but yeah, you're right because we can look at it. However, you kind of want to draw it, you can look at it like that. You can actually pull it back a little bit further, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. You can be looking at this as well, right? For me, I'm not too interested in shorting a fake out, just because I like to look for liquidity. I like to look for liquidity areas, and I just don't feel as though there is a clear liquidity area here. Like let's just go back to a perfect example, right? It's always good to go back to an example here. Right, so back here, I was looking at triangle pattern like this, right? This is kind of what the triangle pattern was looking like. Well, that was exactly what the triangle pattern was looking like. And what we had, right, is the liquidity was here. Okay, the liquidity was up here. We swept the liquidity, we swept the naked point of control, and then we got the pullback. Yeah, that's just a nice, clear, easy, simple liquidity level. So yeah, for me, even though we've got a wedge here, and we could, right? We could break out of this. Retail traders long. We get lots of longs kicking in. Price starts to pull back. Maybe we could view that, and maybe I could look for a short trade there. I'd have to see a lot of longs opening up, and then we could get the fake out, right, and then we could get the big pullback. Yeah, I acknowledge that, right? We could see that. I just don't really have a clear liquidity level. Maybe we could argue this, but then we'd have to see price come up a little bit higher. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to monitor it in the time and just see what things are coming down. Downsloping channel looks better. Yeah, so yeah, let's just get rid of that then. So a descending, is that kind of what you're looking at? A descending parallel channel? Again, it's the same story though, right? It's just it is the same story, right? Where I just don't have a clear liquidity level. I don't have a clear level there that I would like to short. So yeah, not too interested. Yeah, not too interested in that. Martin, good to see you back here. Good to see you back, my friend. Always good to see familiar faces. I'm seeing possible 42,400. Sorry, 42K or 43,000. What am I on? 42K or 43K playing out. Yeah, I mean that is a possibility, right? Based off of macro Elliott wave count and fib time. Yeah, I mean that is a possibility, right? And again, like I've been saying, okay, Elliott wave, we still have that bearish count, right? And who knows, okay? Who knows where this wave 5 is going to end, right? Who knows? That wave 5 could end down at 42,000. It could. So yeah, we'll just have to see. But of course, for me to look for 42K, I need to not see the long setup from here, because the long setup for me would take price. Yeah, just viewing this, right, as a range, okay, a simple range, not exactly like I've been doing anyway. Statistically, right, if we come down, we failed auction this, right, I'm looking at back up to 66K. If we break above that, then I'm looking for range high, which is all-time high. Of course, we could come up for the ABC correction right here, okay. Then we could, possibly see a big pullback from there, maybe, and take us lower. Of course, not naked point of controls, POCs. Yeah, one of my targets is $51,700 towards the downside. Okay, that is a big target. That if I do see price lose this range, okay, that's a first target. If we lose this, my second target is, like what you say, $43,000. Okay, that's another target of mine. For me, if we lose 51,700, I'm looking for 43,000. Okay, because I just don't see any support in that area. Yeah, I see absolutely no support in that area. Make Elliott wave count from 15K. Yes, of course, I can visibly see it in my head without even drawing it, right? We've just got bullish Elliott wave count, after bullish Elliott wave count, right? So, where do we want to take it? from? It depends. Like there's so many points that you can take it from. Like you can be looking at a smaller, because we took the high there. And then you have an A, B, C correction. So you can be looking at it like that, but you can also like take it like, yeah, there's all sorts of ways that you can take it. What am I doing? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, there's kind of all sorts of ways that you can take it. You could even take it from like here as well. And but that, yeah, that suggests that wave 5 has been completed. Stock market bubble. Yeah, I mean, there's the stock market is going up and up and up. Like the ES is just going up and up and up. I understand at some point there is probably going to be a pretty hefty correction on it. There is probably going to be, and we still remain. Yeah, I understand that the stock market is just going up and up and up and up. I understand sometime in the future there is probably going to be a big correction on it, but at this moment in time, there's just like there's no sign of there's no sign of it stopping whatsoever, and we still remain bullish market structure. Yeah, that's the biggest thing within Bitcoin right now is that like forget Elliott Wave. There's so many counts that we can pull here. We're still in this bullish structure. Yes, more locally. Okay, we have this more bearish structure. Okay, so here we do have some bearish structure forming. Okay, but on the larger scale, we are still very, very bullish. Okay, I can't deny that. And even if we do pull back down to like $43,000, and we see a bounce from there, right? We are still looking bullish, right? We're still holding all this bullish structure. And it's not like I don't think it would be all that bad if we saw a pullback to $43,000. To be honest, I'd kind of like to see something that we saw, back in 2021 and 2020 and 2021, where we get this huge rise towards the upside, this big pullback, and then we get another huge rise towards the upside. That's kind of what I would like to see. That's something that we could in fact see. But yeah, this is just something like, I like seeing this price action. I like seeing this because first of all, it's just like big, nice range bound price action, but also it just gives us so many opportunities. It just literally gives us so many opportunities. Not that there's like a lack of opportunities anyway, but it's like, right, if you missed a short from up here, I remember, right, looking at a short trade there and taking a short trade there. But if you missed a short trade from up there, right, there's another opportunity from up there, right? This is why I like price action like this, because it always gives you those second opportunities. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Could you create a huge range from 74 to 16K and 40K is the mid range? Yeah, I've actually got that marked on the chart somewhere. Yeah, I was talking about this a while back. I've probably deleted it now, to be honest. But yeah, I can draw. So yeah, a while back, I was looking at this range here, right? And just like in very simple terms, right? Oh, wrong one. Where are we going? 8 hour. Right, in very simple terms, what did we do? We swing failure pattern, failed auctioned, the range high, right? And then we got this big pullback, okay? I was talking about, right, yes, we could actually see a pullback to $43,000. And this is like still valid as well, right? This is still valid that we could see a pullback to $43,000 because we actually haven't, right? Let's say we entered into the short trade off of this. I actually entered into the short trade a lot higher. But say we entered into the short trade off of this, right? Stop loss above the high. you're still in that trade, right? You're still in that trade because your stop loss hasn't been tapped. Okay, so yes, you could be looking at this, and this is also signaling, right, a move down to $43,000. Like Martin was saying, he thinks, we could see a move down to $43,000. Yeah, like there are signs showing that we could see that, right, and we can still remain bullish doing so as well, right? Exactly like here. Okay. Yeah, well, we don't go that far back on the Bybit chart here, but we can clearly see, right? We've got very bullish market structure. Okay, we have very bullish market structure as let's draw that a little better, right? As prices, I say that and I just muck it up again. As prices going up, we have very bullish market structure, right? And we didn't actually break. Did we break that low there? No, I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, we did. But we're still holding that bullish market structure. Yes, locally, right? We had bearish structure here. Okay, but we're still holding all of this bullish structure down here. Okay, then we got another rise towards the upside. So even if, right, and this is like, I don't want all the bulls to get really angry at me, right? Even if we do get a pullback down to $43,000, right? It doesn't mean like, I think that's when all the retail traders are going to be getting very scared, exiting the market, right? And then we see another thing that we see here, right? Another big rise towards the upside. So, it's on the cards, right? And it would line up with this big range here, coming down to mid-range of the parallel channel. We can actually find, there's just so much confluence down there. We have mid-range, we have naked point of controls, the weekly naked point of controls down there. We have the POC from the range here, right? There's so much confluence there. So, I'd be happy to look for a long trade down here and take that back up to all-time high. That's kind of what my plan would be, to be honest. But yeah, you're right for looking at a range there. No weakness in the stock. Yeah, absolutely no weakness in the stock market at this moment in time. Just higher highs, exactly, and higher lows, exactly. Parabolic incoming. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty much just parabolic, isn't it? There is no sign of it stopping at this moment in time. That 76, 77K could be a godly short if the longs come in. Exactly. That's what I'm looking for, right? That is exactly what I'm just remaining patient for. All of those longs to come in. Of course, if I see the longs coming in and I don't see the short setup, then I'm not going to take the short trade, right? I won't take the short trade. But if I see the longs coming in and then I see the short trade, then I'll take the short trade, right? Of course, I have to see the short trade because otherwise there's no reason to enter into a trade. You're entering into a trade off of strength, right? If you're seeing loads of longs kicking into the market, and let's just get rid of this for now. What was that short trade from? Yeah, if you see loads of longs kicking into the market and you're shorting and longs continue to kick into the market, then you're on the wrong side of the market, okay? I understand when a move is strong, when a breakout is strong, because all I do, right, is I come over to order flow and let's just reset it quick. And I can see, right, okay, now, right, we're seeing longs taking profit, okay? Why do I know longs are taking profit? Okay, well, we're seeing minus 6 million negative delta. Okay, so we're seeing some longs taking profit. Yes, you could say, okay, these are shorts opening up, right? No, open interest is decreasing. Okay, so I know that this is money leaving the market. Okay, so now this is just longs taking profit. Okay, I'm not worried about this. This is longs taking profit, but I can see here, right, longs are opening up there, longs are opening up there, right, longs are opening up back here as well. Okay, so on a breakout, right, we want to see, okay, open interest increasing over time. We want to see positive delta increasing over time. We want to see volume increasing over time. This isn't a great example of it, but yeah, that's exactly what we want to see on a breakout. Okay, so if we see all of that, we see longs opening up, we see volume increasing over time, positive delta increasing over time, then there's just no reason to open a short trade here. But if we then form a failed auction or the swing value pattern, then I'm looking for the short trade, right? Then I'm looking for the short trade up there. And then, I'm looking to literally just continue to trade this range. And like you said, it would be, as Damien said, right, it would be a godly short trade, right? Exactly. Exactly like, and I think I have it up here. I think it was this short trade from here. So the entry price was $69,335. Okay, right. So this short trade here, does it say? I thought, was it this one or was it another one? Or maybe it wasn't on this account. Yeah, but I took a godly short from all-time high here. Like literally like the exact all-time high I took a short from here. We could actually find it, to be honest with you. Let's go 14th of March. Let's go to the Discord. Where are we here? Is that May? What am I doing? Yeah, March. Oh, it's still May. Here. Oh, where was the short trade? So it was the 14th, a little bit more. I remember it now. Here it was. So this was the short trade from all-time high. This was the short trade from all-time high at $73,408. That was the short that I took. What was the actual entry actually here? $73,300. So yeah, that is the short that I took from all-time high. That was an absolute godly short trade. That was just an amazing short trade. So yeah, I'm kind of just looking for the same thing. They're kind of looking for the same thing. Martin, are you the only coach in your community? At this moment in time, I am. I have got one other person that is working backstage for me. So yeah, he is. Yeah, possibly could become a coach. I'll just have to see. I'll just have to monitor like what goes on really. Of course, he's not like full time at this moment as well. He is only part time. But yeah, I do have someone that I am like monitoring at this moment in time. And I would like to bring more like whatever you want to call them, like mentors, coaches. Yeah, I would like to bring more people on, but it's really, really hard because anybody can say that they are profitable. I want people who genuinely like profit off of these markets. I don't want to bring people in who can't prove to me that they genuinely profit off of these markets. So I've got guys in the background at this moment in time. And I'm just like, there's nothing that he can show me at this moment in time. So he's just like, he's shown me a bit of proof, but I want to see a little bit more. And yeah, once I see a little bit more, then I could have someone else joining. But yeah, that's kind of the goal, right? I want to get a few mentors onto the. I want to get a few mentors onto the Discord, right? Into the community, because I understand that a lot of people everybody has a different style of trading. My style of trading is, I prefer to look for the bigger swing trades, but I do tend to doubt, I do tend to take some day trades here and there as well. But then those day trades do tend to turn into like weekly trades, let's say, right? So yeah, I'd say I'm more like a swing trader / weekly trader rather than a day trader, because I'll take a day trade, but 95% of the time it turns into more of like a a small swing trade, not a big swing trade. But yeah, it'll be nice to get someone into the community who is more of a like scalp trader, because I myself, like, I don't really enjoy scalp trading. I did previously do it. It just wasn't really for me. Um, yeah, it was just too much like sitting in front of the computer, too much. Just yeah, it was just too much for me. I prefer what I do right now, the style of trading that I the style of trading that I use right now, where I look for the bigger levels, I look for the higher probability um, setups. Okay, I set my uh, I set my alerts. Okay, once the alerts go off, I get the alert on my phone. Okay, once the alert comes off on my phone, say I'm outside mowing the lawn, or say I'm making some food or something. Then I'll get the alert. I will come to my computer and I can act off of what is going on. Right, I can then understand. The first thing I do is I head over to ExoCharts. I see what is going on, and then I make a decision on whether I want to enter into the trade at that level or not. Okay, sometimes I have to wait a little bit more. Okay, so I set another um, alert at the exact level of where I'm looking to enter into the trade, and yeah, that's kind of like that's how I prefer to trade. But I understand everybody's different. Some people want to be day traders, some people want to be scalp traders, some people want to be swing traders. For me, swing trading works the best, and for the majority of people that are probably, I'm not saying that the majority of the people, or sorry, that this is good for the majority of the people that are watching this live stream, right? But for most people, right, swing trading is probably the best bet, because a lot of people have full-time jobs, a lot of people have part-time jobs. Okay, and they are not able to be sat in front of a computer for 5 hours a day, or you don't, for scalp trading, really, you don't even need to be sat behind the computer that long. But yeah, some people don't have the time to be sat behind a computer, um to scalp trade or to day trade, because with scalp trading and day trading, you don't really want to be trading on the market close. It's not always the best time. um yeah, but yeah, for scalp trading and day trading, there's kind of like time periods where it's better to trade, and some people just don't have the ability to trade at those times. So that's why swing trading is usually the best style of trading to get into. Then once you are good at swing trading, then you can go. That's exactly what I did. I got to a level where I was really happy with my swing trading, and then I started to like scalp trade. But then for me, I was like constantly sat at the computer, and yeah, I didn't enjoy it for myself, but other people really do enjoy it. I understand that. And yeah, of course, it'd be really nice to get someone who's more of a scalp trader, who focuses on the scalp trades. Like I said, I'm monitoring someone at the moment, but I just need to see a little bit more proof. I don't want to bring just anyone and anyone on. I want to see hard proof, hard evidence. Okay, I want to see, I want to see a screenshot of their exchange. Okay, I don't want to see, because I did it previously when I first started. I put something out there where I wanted to see, sorry, like if someone wanted to join with me on this, but everybody that showed me proof was a trading journal, right? It wasn't actually proof. I need to see exchange proof. You know, yeah, you don't even. I don't even need to see, right? I don't even need to see how much money you're making. I don't want to see how much money you're making. Okay, I just want to see the proof, right? I want to see the P&L. It doesn't have to be dollar amount. Okay, it can be, it can be just based on win rate, right? I just need to see like solid proof, right? Otherwise, otherwise I'm just, yeah, bringing people who don't really know what they're doing into this, and that's not what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build like a platform where people can come and actually get educated by people who actually understand how markets work, and who actually do it for a living as well. For me, this is like, I enjoy this, right? This is something that I want to build. I want to build a community. It's like, for me, it's just like kind of like a hobby, right? I've been doing this already for a whole year. and I haven't made a single penny off of it. I just do it because I enjoy doing it, right? You know, when I'm not doing this, my full time job is literally just sitting around and waiting for a trade setup, and that's how I pay the bills, right? But yeah, this is more of just a hobby and to help like educate people on how markets actually really work. Because a lot, 95% of traders don't understand how the markets actually really work. They think that markets move because of triangle patterns. They don't, right? They don't. Okay, they don't move because price breaks out of a triangle pattern. That's not what happens, right? It's the bid ask, right? It's the buys, it's the sells, it's the imbalances, right? It's the the longs coming in, or the shorts coming in, or the shorts closing, or the longs closing, right? Or the shorts getting liquidated, the longs getting liquidated. All these things come together, right, to move markets, right? And it's not a simple breakout. Okay, I know it sounds easy, right? And it's like and this is what humans tend to do, right? They take the easy route. I hold my hands up. I did it. I did it myself as well, right? Coming into trading, I took the easy route, right? I was just looking at like triangle patterns, head and shoulders, hold it, head and shoulders patterns, right? So it's like it's just the basics of it, right? It's just the basics. It's not the in-depth analysis. I fell for it, right? I was looking at people on YouTube, right? I was looking at um, the big influencers. A big one is Crypto, the Moon, right? These are the people that actually got me into trading, right? And if I ever met them, I'd say thank you for getting me into trading. But yeah, that's about it, right? I wouldn't say thank you for helping me become successful in trading, because they really didn't help me, right? They really, well, looking back on it now, maybe they did, because now I think how I thought back then, and I kind of counter trade myself, so maybe a little bit, but that's not how I actually succeeded in these markets, right? How I succeeded in the markets is by looking at real time data. And that's kind of what I'm here for, right? I want to put that out there. I want to just let people know that if you're looking at triangle, if you're looking at breakouts, right? Of course, you can probably be a profitable breakout trader. It's never worked for me, but you can use Exo charts and look for strong breakouts. So yeah, it must be possible to. I've never tried. This is why I say it's probably possible, because I've never tried it myself. It's not my style of trading, but it's probably possible to be a profitable trader on breakouts if you're looking at Exo charts. Yeah, without a doubt. Because you can see a strong breakout. It's just not my style of trading. But yeah, I find it hard to believe anybody is profiting off of this market without using some sort of footprint software. And this costs money, right? It is quite expensive each month to pay for Exo charts. It's what, like 50. Well, I say it's quite expensive. It's not that bad. It depends what you consider to be expensive, right? $50 a month for me. $50 a month. Oh no, it's a little bit more actually, I think. Yeah, let's call it $60 a month, because I have the desktop version and it's a bit more expensive, right? But $60 a month I pay, and I get access to all of the market information that I need, right? Absolutely all of the market information I need to help me succeed in this market, and you can get it for free. Okay, there's ATAS. Let's just. Let me just pull that up, because a lot of people, maybe that you're not in the position to. So here, here, right? This is ATAS, right? This is crypto free of charge. Okay, so you don't even have to. You don't even have to pay for it, right? ATAS is actually just as good. as ExoCharts. It is just as good and it's free of charge. The only reason I use ExoCharts is because I have a MacBook, right? I have a MacBook Pro, which doesn't actually support Atos. You have to, if you have a MacBook, you have to download Windows on it. And when you download Windows on your Mac, you have to pay for that anyway. So I use ExoCharts. But yeah, if you have a Windows computer, you can trade crypto. Well, you can you look at the crypto on Atas for free. Okay, so yeah, there are free options out there. It's not all, you don't have to pay for it all. 95% lose and 5% even. 6 out of 10 win rate is really good. Yeah. 5% win. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't say it wrong when I said it, but yeah, exactly. Like 95% of traders lose money. The 5%, okay, that are profitable traders, they don't win every trade, right? I was using this as an example, right? This was every single trade I took over a 1 month period. Okay, of course I have taken a one loss, okay, $400 loss ever, since this. Okay, so yeah, if I was to update it, well, if I was to go back into my exchange and I was to take another screenshot, right? I don't think I have my VPN on, so I'm not going to do. No, I don't have my VPN on, so I'm not going to go into my exchange. I have to be careful because I'm in the UK, so I always have to put a VPN on when I enter into my exchange. But yeah, this was the position history on my exchange, okay? And you can see, right, there is red there. There is red, but the majority of it is green, and then the red is much smaller than the green, i.e. like the red numbers are smaller than the green numbers. That's what you want to see, okay? Once you have a strategy, this is what I say a lot of the time as well. Once you have a strategy, once you've got rid of the emotions, once you've sorted out your risk management, okay, it's literally just rinse and repeat that strategy that you have. And this is another big thing that people get wrong as well. I'm probably blabbing on here, sorry, but another big, I just really want to clarify it for people. There's another big thing out there as well, that people believe that one strategy is going to make you a profitable trader. And I mean, there's an element to it where I think, yes, that's a possibility. But if I was to use one strategy, I'd probably be taking one trade every 2 months. All of these trades here, they were all taken off of a different setup. Actually, maybe a few of them, not every single. Right, not every single one, because some of them were the range trading ones. Yeah, maybe they were all slightly different. I'm just trying to think of the trades that I took in the range. Yeah, I can't really remember, to be honest. I just realized my mic was unplugged this whole time. Oh well, but yeah, pretty much like every single trade that I took here, I can say like a good 90% of them were all different. Okay, they were all different types of setups. Okay, yes, maybe they're similar. Okay, but there's a different type of setup. Maybe I'm looking at a VWAP. Maybe I'm looking at for Confluence. Okay, maybe I'm looking at a naked point of control for Confluence. Okay, maybe I'm looking at absorption. Right. So there's just loads of different types of setups, and I could just bring up a few of them that I've entered into, and we can actually just have a look. At some of the different. So yeah, here, right, this was a swing failure pattern of this high with lots of longs opening up, naked point of control there. Okay, then we had this long trade here, which was actually a GP 786 with a naked point of control with absorption, okay, short absorption into the level. So that was, there's two different types of strategies there. What else? This was a short. There must have been, right, so this was a GP 786 with absorption. There must have been another level here. There must have been maybe there was a naked point of control there, but I would have deleted it by now. But yeah, there's just all sorts of different types of setups that you can be taking, right? So yeah, one strategy is never ever going to make you, how I see it anyway, a profitable trader, right? You have to have loads of different strategies, okay? Loads of different trade entry styles, as I like to call them, okay? Rather than strategies. They're more like trade entry styles. So yeah, there's just so many different ones. so many different ways for myself to enter into a trade. So it's not like one specific strategy that's going to get you there. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I've been live for almost an hour and a half. I think this might have been my longest live stream yet. I'm not too sure, but it possibly could be. So I'll leave it there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's good to see some familiar faces. Yeah, Martin, good to see you back here. Good to see familiar faces. Damien, good to see you here. I don't believe I've seen you here before, so it is really nice to see new faces as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe, of course, if you are new, and turn the bell notification on so you don't miss any other live streams. Remember, sometimes I am taking trades live on the stream as well. So this was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those were 3 trades that I took live on stream. So yeah, make sure you turn that bell notification on, because sometimes if the setup is there, I will take a long or a short trade, or just any trade in general. On live. Okay, so yeah, make sure that you do turn that bell notification on. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord, first link in the description. The second link is the free Discord. Okay, so if you want just access to the free Discord, it's the second link. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for the next live stream, or for any Visionary members here, I will see you in that Discord. So